Charity, 11308. January is here. The Christmas season is ended. Many people embrace this as the sign to revert to their normal selves. After all, Christmas is only a day that won't come again for 350 more days. Now might be the time of realizing how much we went into debt to finance the Christmas presents that overflowed under the tree. In counseling, this time of year heralds the after-Christmas letdown. Many people look at their waistline and cringe. The debt on their plastic will take some people more than 6 months to pay off. Some people have realized again that there was a reason they moved hundreds of miles from their families. This is the time of highest instances of suicide throughout the year. That's the bad news. The good news is that the Christmas spirit will find ways into your life the rest of the year. All you need to do is let it linger, take root, become your new normal way of living. Jesus never said, "Give to others because it's a celebration of my birth." He said that charity is a way of being that indicates you are attempting to follow him. It is an attitude of love. As many promptly forget about the Christmas spirit is charity is more than giving one time a year. Charity is not about things. Money and donations may be the most obvious ways that people notice, but think about how you relate with others during Christmas. The Spirit fills you with joy, love, and understanding. We greet each other with smiles and hugs. We open doors for people because we are paying attention. We remember friends that we then spend the time to contact and share news about our lives. One of the families in our congregation that has shared their plans for the continuation of the Christmas spirit is inspiring. They made a new rule this year. They have requested that family and friends give only one present per child per person giving. Any extras and outgrown toys will be given to other kids. What makes this even more wonderful is that the children in this family are on board with this plan. When you find ways to extend the Christmas spirit into the rest of the year, you benefit too. Research recently has shown that there is a part of your brain that literally lights up when you do things for others. These scientists wondered what parts of the brain are most active during these thoughts. They used special dyes to highlight blood flow. Then they had people read statements like, "You made a child smile," or "You just saved someone's life." While they read and saw these feel-good pictures and statements, they used an MRI to measure the brightness, the level of the blood flow to the areas of these people's brains. What they found was very interesting. It turned out that the same area of the brain that is most active in new moms staring at their newborn babies is the same area. It's nicknamed the feel-good area. Doing the good deed and thinking about doing the good deed created the same response. When this area is active, we are flooded with chemicals called endorphins. These are the body's natural mood elevators and pain dampeners. The glow we feel when we do good things is a direct result of these chemicals. Ironically, these same chemicals are connected with addictions. It creates a feedback of good feeling when they take the drugs, and the anticipation of the intense pleasure thinking about taking the drugs. It is a key ingredient in the formation of an addiction. There are now drugs that can block this feedback of good feeling to aid people trying to stop abusing the substance of their choice. This brings up an interesting point. We do tons of things in our lives to feel good. Most of these things in moderation are pretty much expected in life. If addiction can be started by this feel-good effect, what about things that are inspiring in our life? Wouldn't it be interesting if we could repeat these inspiring effects in our life with such a frequency as to promote this feel-good effect? The fact is that it does happen. It takes a lot more frequent times of charity to make it a way of life and not a Christmas Day thing. Those people who have made being charitable a way of life are getting positive reinforcement every time they act on that impulse. You could go as far as to say that they have become addicted to Jesus' path and examples. In this spirit of giving, I will share another favorite official charity. I'll try to share more as time goes on. Last time I mentioned the Heifer Project. This time I'll introduce you to Donors Choose. It can be investigated on donorchoose.org. This organization attempts to connect school teachers and their proposals with folks who would like to help. Some examples are special learning tools that are not being bought by the school districts they work in. The simplest could be a new pencil sharpener or crayons. Often these extras are purchased by the teachers themselves to aid their students. I have heard of large amounts of money being financed out of the teacher's salary. It is a shame that it is so hard to provide basics to the kids in order for them to reach their potentials. On this site you can browse through the list to find a project that calls to you. You can find something you can afford to give on your own. On the other hand, you can get together with friends to finance a proposal that sounds good to you all. There are other school kids who have gotten in on the fun. One school class financed a proposal for a special book for another school. The book tied in with a popular kids movie to teach history. The donor school did not have the money, but they thought it would be a good project. They raised the money through fundraising by way of a plant sale. They reached their goal and paid for the books. A side issue happened when they did this. In their own turn, the class that got the books were inspired. They also went to the site and passed it on to a different school. They too are doing their own fundraising to help others. It reminded me of the movie Pay It Forward. This may turn out to be a case of simple act of charity and caring snowballing into something long-lasting and broad-reaching in scope. I encourage everyone to hold on to the Christmas spirit a bit longer. It will make you feel good. Who knows, after a few years of extending the season a little longer, every year a little bit longer, it could be a year-round habit. Remember, the smile you give is just as important as the donation. A kind word that comes to your lips unbidden in a harsh situation could change a person's entire day. Charity is a way of being, not a season. It is a lifestyle. I'm addicted to giving to others. Would you like also to join me in my drug called Jesus? It will be a yoke you will find easy to bear. Reconciler Gospel of Thomas, verse 90. Jesus said, "Come to me, because my yoke is easy and my teaching's mild. You will find peace inside yourself." God bless the whole world, no exceptions. Angel Eliza.